Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is. As it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing a ball out of the end zone, and what's the green light for your returner? In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there. And that takes us from second to third down. When you look at this defense, this unit third best in the NFL at stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Escapes the defender, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mitchell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that is wide to the left and no good, but there are multiple flags on the field. I think this drive is going to stay alive. Now another shot here at the PAT. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Shotgun now for Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cardinals sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Murray. This to the outside for Mack. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can click and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Prater for the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Flush to his right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. B.J. Ojulari in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
That's what I like to hear. What took you so long?
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. It'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Murray now. Inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gives him a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have regained the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now Murray. He dumps this off to Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st down, Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Murray to air it out again. The quick slant caught. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Murray. He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Moore, the man in motion. Murray a give. This is Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the left side with Connor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play fake. Murray. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw is Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Right now, boys.
Throwing now is Murray. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
Prater's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field. So let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. B.J. Ojulari picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 73 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Connor. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marlon Mack, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cards are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And some room to work. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts him in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drop.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Muscles him off. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run forward with Connor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, Jackson. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Over the middle to Beckham. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And that is going to be wide to the right and no good, but penalty flag shower in. And I think this is going to wind up a 1st down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really